Why is this so important for regime change being our new goal? Well, unfortunately, I predicted this ahead of time. I said they'll start with saying that they're doing it because of WMD. They'll have fake intelligence about it, just like they did in Iraq. They're running the same exact playbook. So now what they're doing is they're saying, oh, yeah, Iran had a nuke. Oh, well, they didn't have a nuke. Oh, my God, they're going to get it within a year, or they're going to get it within a couple of weeks. Just kidding. They're going to get it within a year, maybe, right? So, but then they come in and they say, okay, we destroyed their nuclear facilities. Trump says we obliterated them and they're totally gone. Now, there's huge disagreement as to whether that happened. Some U.S. experts are saying Isfahan is barely touched. They hit the top layers of it, but they didn't touch the lower layers. There's some disagreements. Some in Iran saying that Fodor is fine, and we're saying it's gone. Okay, so, but there's a problem for in continuing the war for the Americans and the Israelis, because if Trump is right and we obliterated all their nuclear facilities, and remember, they're not for nuclear weapons. They were for nuclear energy. Could they enrich uranium enough to turn it into a weapon? Yes, but it would take years. So they were enriching already as leverage for the negotiations, etc. But they were still a long time away from getting to the point where they were at where they could turn it into a weapon. Actually, building the weapon would also take years. Then they'd have to take the enriched uranium and put it into the weapon and then deliver it. So they weren't anywhere near close to that. But okay, the U.S. says we wiped them out. So great, let's come home, right? The war's over. Now, of course, Iran's going to retaliate. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that's a problem because Israel doesn't want us to go home. Israel wants us to keep fighting. Why? Because this was never about their nuclear program. Netanyahu's on the record for 33 years straight telling us, oh, you have to invade Iran, you have to attack Iran, you have to bomb Iran. You're weeks away, months away from getting a nuclear weapon. Well, for 33 straight years, he was lying. They weren't anywhere near getting a nuke. So since that was never the real reason was regime change until the Iranians or we go in with ground troops or the Israelis do it themselves, or in their fantasies, the Iranians rise up and do it themselves. And then they have a government that in their ludicrous fantasy land comes out and goes, oh, you know what? Even though we were just attacked and we did this revolution and we got rid of the mullahs, we no longer care about the citizens of Iran or the nation of Iran, even though we're the new leaders of Iran. And we say we're so happy that Israel and America bombed us. That has a 0% chance of happening. Absolutely zero.